What you just saw there was me emptying the dirty water tank after it had mopped my home for about a week. Wow, was that water really dirty. Hello everyone, I'm Just a Dad, and is the Roborock Saros 20 Just a Dad approved? Well, I've got my sticker and it is definitely approved, but there are a couple things that I do want to show you that just improved it so much better. So, hello everyone, I'm Just a Dad, and in today's video, we're gonna see, should you buy the Roborock Saros 20? Now, full disclosure, I did purchase this robot vacuum cleaner with my own money. I'm not paid for this video, but I do use links. So if you purchase a product in this video description or on my website, justadadapproved.com, those are affiliate links. If you click on it, the product's not gonna cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. Now, let's get started. In this video, I'm gonna first talk about it here real quick. I'm gonna show you my scorecard, and then I'm gonna show you it actually cleaning at my home, and then we'll kind of round up and I'll show you those two important settings. But first off, everything, you can find everything that I'm talking about, my scoring system, how I grade these robots, all on my website, justadadapproved.com. I just finished up the maintenance video on this. It was super easy. It shares all the parts with the Saros 10 or the Roborock Saros 10R and the Curve X. So I was able to find some really good generic parts, so you can find those to save some money on maintaining this, because this is a pretty expensive robot. It's retailing for $1,600. Now, they call this a flagship robot. What does that mean? Well, it just means it's the most expensive robot. It's kind of the one that's packed with the most features. These manufacturers are releasing like that's just their top robot. So sometimes I'll use the word flagship. So this robot vacuum cleaner can vacuum and mop your house at the same time. Who should buy this robot? Who is this for? So first off, it's Just a Dad approved. You can rest assured that I did take this to my home and I did live with it for over 2 months, and I absolutely loved it. Now, if you have pets, this is actually going to do a really good job with pets. It's got the dual brush roller it's a split in the middle, so the long hairs are not going to wrap around it. And I want to show you something really cool. This is the dust bag from my home. 2 months, whoa. 2 months, I have a dog, she sheds a lot, but there is so much fine dust in here, big particles, big chunks. Robot vacuum cleaners actually work. Now, there is some maintenance to do on them, and I give you, if it's a Just a Dad approved robot, I show you how to do the maintenance step by step. So, wow, that was pretty cool. This vacuum cleaner will mop your floors at the same time. It can push the mop pads down, and then it can move one of the mop pads right up against the wall. Why is that important? Well, it cleans right up against your wall. No, it tries not to leave any areas undone. Now, pushing them down. This is something new from Roborock, and I see where the robots are all starting to go this way. When you can push these mop pads down while they're spinning, they clean your floors better. It's got an onboard water tank. It's going to spray water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet. And probably I should have led with this. The number one reason you would buy this robot vacuum cleaner, the Roborock Saros 20, is how thin it is. Now, it doesn't have spinning LiDAR. It's got these sensors in the front and a sensor in the back, kind of mimics the Slim and the Roborock Saros 20 or 10R solid state LiDAR. In my opinion, it acts the same as if it had a spinning LiDAR on top, which I absolutely love spinning LiDAR. So we don't have any moving parts, but it maps your house the same. You don't notice a difference in the map or its navigation. So without that spinning LiDAR on top, they can make these robots really thin. Now, where's something that I thought it could maybe do a little better? Roborock Saros 20, this is Roborock's first attempt at stair climbing wheels. Not stair climbing, threshold climbing. We're getting to stair climbing hopefully this year, and I'll be able to say that. But right now, no robots climb stairs, but thresholds. So Dreamy and Mova, the Mova V50, Dreamy, X50, those robots have stair climbing or threshold climbing wheels that they deploy, robotic arms or wheels that they deploy, and it goes over thresholds. Dreamy and Mova have that figured out. They're kind of on their third or fourth generation of doing that. They've got it fine-tuned. It works really well. This is Roborock's first attempt of going over thresholds. Now, it does work. It's not as smooth going over the threshold, and it takes a little bit longer. Again, this is their first attempt at doing this. I think they'll get better. I haven't seen it. I don't use that feature a whole lot in my testing here at the studio. That's where I saw it. I compared it right next to the Mova V50 and the Dream X50. And this one, while it did accomplish the job, it took longer and it was just a little bit clunkier. So I do anticipate that getting better. I would not necessarily buy this if I had a bunch of thresholds in my home. If I had floors that were uneven, I would probably get a Mova V50 or a Dream X50. But no robot goes under furniture like this. In fact, I call these troublemakers because just like the Curve X and the Saros 10R, they're so thin, they're going to go in places that other robots have never been. And so you're not going to be used to, like at my home, I have 2 or 3 going at the same time. So sometimes I have to put no-goes. I know where robots are going to struggle, but when these come to my house, they're going to get into areas that I'm not familiar with that I need to put a no-go zone. So they like to go under your bed, really thin areas, which is good. We want that area cleaned, but they can get into trouble, kind of wedge themselves a couple times. Not too bad though. So if you want a robot vacuum cleaner that's going to clean your entire home, mainly level surfaces, the Roborock Saros 20 is going to do an amazing job. Now, they have a 20R, I think, or something. They have a 20 Sonic. It's got a flat mop pad. I haven't purchased that one yet. I purchased the 10 that had the flat mop pad. You know, I think these just do an amazing job. The spinning mop pads, putting the water down, and the maintenance on these things are so easy. These things are so easy to just use, and we don't have to do a lot of work. You start getting into mop rollers, they can't leave their mop pads back at the base station, and they're kind of more maintenance, so it can be kind of more of a headache. But this one is a very well-tuned, very well thought out robot vacuum cleaner. It does carry a large price tag. Now, again, if you absolutely needed the thinnest robot and something to go over stairs, then this is the one. Just keep it thresholds. Then keep in mind that it's not gonna, it may struggle on a threshold or two. That's all I'm trying to say. This is the Roborock Saros 20 2-month real world scorecard. We can see the hassle factor 7.5, 8.2 for mopping, carpet was 8, hair tangle was 9. Overall score, 8.34 out of 10. This is just a really good job. If you want the slimmest robot, and some things I didn't like about it is you do have to go in there and manually add where that carpet is. So the Roborock Saros 20 is doing a really good job. Nice, straight, even lines, vacuuming up this room. It goes around the perimeter of the couch. Does a good job around the dog bed. It goes underneath this fireplace, and it did nice straight lines in this room. It was able to get underneath this chair and go all around. Let's take a look at the dustbin.
Dustbin removed.
So it's doing a good job. It's gonna go auto empty this. Here's the bottom of it. No hair wrap. It's a very nice robot vacuum cleaner. I like that it can detach its mop pads when it's vacuuming only and leave them back at the base station. So it can auto detach and reattach those mop pads. And then I also like that this base station is easy to clean up. I can take this to the sink, but it is self-cleaning, as you can see. So as these are being spun, it's cleaning this part. Now I'll have to go clean that part, but the rest of it stays clean. Yep, it's used quite a bit of solution. The dust bag is about half full. So it's doing an excellent job. We can see there, that dust bag is about half full of dog hair. So after about 2 months, I'll need to replace that. Here we have Miss Fiona. She sheds a lot. And we got to see which robots she brings in. Cedar chips a lot. But boy, she actually sheds a lot of fur, don't you? We got to see which robots do the best with dog hair. So we try to get all the dog hair off out here, but most of the time we don't. So this is the type of hair that I test for the robots. It's not super long, but boy, it can be thick sometimes. Here's a close-up of the dust bag that it emptied. You can see lots of dog hair, but lots of fine particles in there too, and big chunks. Now in the app, here's what I had to do. I had to manually add where the carpet was. Typically when a robot vacuums my house and it'll figure out where all the carpet is, but for some reason it was only putting these circles down. This whole room has carpet in it, but when the robot identified it, it just put it here. And when you let the robot identify where the carpet is, it will struggle. Now, when I went into the map and manually added carpet, it's a very easy setting to do, then this robot did amazing. There's also one other important setting for under carpet. You want it to vacuum carpet first, but you want it to detach the mop cloths. So this robot can leave the mop pads back at the base station. And you do want that because this robot does struggle a little bit if it's on carpet with the mop pads installed. Now, there is a carpet sensor and it does raise them up, but I did find that this robot needs to remove its mop pads in order to navigate my carpet at my house. It's about medium to high profile carpet or high pile. So now when it cleans your entire home, it'll detach the mop pads, vacuum this, and then reattach the mop pads and then go do the mopping. Let's take a look at the cleaning history. 77 times, 137 hours, 48.7 thousand feet. And we can see here, it's letting me know that there were two uncleaned areas. There were doors closed. Let's take a look at this one. You can replay it. But there it is, it cleaned the kitchen. It did a deep clean in the kitchen with the crisscross pattern. And then if you press the play button, you can replay how it cleaned your house. Now, another thing that took a little getting used to is, this is a big room here for vacuuming. It will split the room in half, which I like, but some days it will do a crisscross pattern, which is kind of cool. Typically robots will only go one way. They'll just go in straight lines this way or this way. But this robot alternates. So some days I come home, it's this way. Some days it's this way, the lines in the carpet. But some days it's got a diagonal, which I think that's trying to help clean our carpet better. This is the Roborock Saros 20 obstacle avoidance test. So that's the fake poop. It did really good, stayed well away from it. Here it is with the kid's toy. Again, does a really good job. It can also take a picture of it and send it to you. It's going to avoid that really long cable that's plugged into the wall. That can be really hard to do. And this one did a good job at it. It has to go all the way on the other side of it. It can't go through it. Sometimes robots want to go through it. That sock, it does a good job with, but here at the very end, when I thought it was all going to be perfect, it did move the sock a little bit. I was a little disappointed. So buy this robot if you have a home with long hair or pets, if you want a slim robot to go under furniture, and if you want a robot that's just really easy to clean and maintain. Now, what are some things I didn't like about it? Climbing thresholds, this is a Gen 1, so I thought it could be a little bit better. I did not like having to add that carpet manually, but it was pretty easy. Overall, a great robot. So I have other separate videos on the Roborock Saros 20. I actually tested this against fake dog poop, and it actually passed with flying colors. It completely avoided it. Took a picture of it. I also did an extreme, as you saw in this video, an extreme test against obstacles. We also did a hair tangle test. And again, this split brush dual roller design does a great job with long hairs. So this robot vacuum cleaner was really put through the test, but the ultimate test is when I go and take it to my home and I live with it. My home was clean. There was a little bit of hassle factor at the very beginning. I was able to figure it out pretty quick. I hope that little trick I showed you about adding the carpet helps you, because this is a really expensive robot vacuum cleaner. I do expect to kind of get these big ones, these really expensive ones, kind of them figure out where the carpet is. So I'm a little, maybe they're going to update the software on that. I sure hope so. I hope they watch this and hope they see that the carpet sensor's not really adding the carpet where it is in your house. It's trying, but there's just something off there. But thankfully we can go in and add the carpet ourselves. And again, whenever this robot detaches its mop pads, leaves them back at the base station. It just does an amazing job. So for a flagship robot vacuum cleaner, this is definitely justadadapproved.com. Now, look what just came in. A new Roomba. I don't know. It's a plus 45X. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to unbox it today, do a video. I'm sure there's not many specs. They don't like to give out specs, but it looks like it's thin, no spinning LiDAR. I don't know, pretty cool. So look for more exciting videos coming. Make sure you hit the follow, subscribe button. Again, the best place to go to if you want to see robots compared side by side, when robots go on sale, justadadapproved.com. And when it's time to do the maintenance, I also have maintenance videos on there, and I have the links to all the parts. So I just have demystified robot vacuum cleaners for you. I hope this video helps. If you could, please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.